Hey there everyone, welcome back to another Ark Survival Ascended video. As always, I'm Captain Beef here with the Game Vault, and we're here today because we're going to do a little upgrading today. That's the goal, at least. This guy right here, this Pteranodon, well, we're looking to get an Argentavis, and he's going to be a major part of it, so yeah. Let's cue the music, and we'll get right to it. Alright, first off, we are going to be heading all the way up here toward where the artifact of the Devourer is located. And that's called Carnivore Island. Just like this is Herbivore Island, well, that's Carnivore Island. Very dangerous place. Full of Rexes, Carnos, Raptors, Sabertooth, Scorpions, Argentavis. And that's the last one. That's the one we're looking for here. Argentavis is a big bird. Looks kind of like somewhere between a monstrous eagle and a monstrous vulture. Great bird for carrying immense amounts of weight. It's good for fighting. You can actually go quite a distance with it. You can get their stamina up pretty high. Now the real goal here is going to be to get 2 of them today. If I can pull that off, that would be the most fantastic thing in the world. So we're going to fly up the coast, get to that island, and then get ourselves set up. I've got all the fixings for a trap and plenty of arrows to knock out hopefully 2 of them, and plenty of meat to actually tame them up. We're going to be using raw prime meat today. I don't have anything better yet, unfortunately, and even though we made blue kibble, these guys need the purple kibble. I think it's called superior, so we can't kibble tame them. So we might lose a level or 2. It's not a big deal because we're going to be you know, we're trying for our first one. So, you know, whatever we get, we get. So we'll be back when we get to the island. Alright, so Carno Island is actually composed of 3 separate little islands. The large one in the middle, that's just massively dangerous. The southern one over here, and then one further out there over a little bit north and further to the east of the island. That one's also dangerous. This one's usually pretty safe, though. There's not much going on here. So this is the one where we're going to set ourselves up, and we're actually going to try and get this drop real quick just to see if there's anything worthwhile in it. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't think we can open it yet, can we? Oh, we can. We got ourselves a little bit of meat. Alright, a Tapejara saddle and a what do you call it? Poison grenade, which is an interesting combination of things. But yeah, nothing really spectacular there. Alright, so across the way. Yeah, you can already see the Rexes up there. Look at that bad boy. Level 10. But we're not here for any Rexes. We're not here for any Carnos. Anything other than an Argentavis. Now, I brought the fixins for a trap. And we're going to try this old style trap that I used to use back in the day. I think it's still going to work. And it's basically comprised of 4 gates, gate frames, and 2 gates. And the goal is to get the Argie inside of these 4 gates. You line them up in like 4 in a row kind of deal. Put a gate on each end, and then you put the 4 frames up, and then a gate on each end. And then you'll get an Argie to chase you into this trap, get off of your Pteranodon, and get out. And then your guy, your Pteranodon, will act as a distraction for you that the Argie will attack while you shoot arrows at him. It's a very, very simple trap. You want it to be on even ground, as even as you can get it. You want to be able to run through these things. And you don't want it too wide that the Argie can get through it. And this looks like it's going to be pretty good. Now, you can do this in such a way that you don't lose your little bird here, your Pteranodon. Or you can sacrifice your bird doing it. It's up to you. Hopefully we can get this guy through without sacrificing him. So the goal would be to do this. Okay. You get both doors open. You get the Argie on your tail. You fly in. Slow down here. Drop that. And land. The Argie's going to be aggroed onto your bird. You go here, you close that, and then you pull out your crossbow and you start shooting him. That's the goal. Is that going to work? Well, let's find out. I actually don't see any Argies around right now, which is kind of strange. They're usually everywhere. But we may have to pull one over here. The thing is, I do not want to pull anything else over. You know, there's tons of Carnos. You're going to find alpha varieties here too. Yeah, there's a nice Carno there. You're going to find alpha Rexes occasionally. There's some Argies. Oh, and there's some more. And you're even going to find alpha Raptors. So there's a lot of danger here. And right off the bat, we got a 130, and it's freaking gorgeous. A 145 male. 130 female. Oh boy, okay. So, wow. Alright, well, let's try and grab this 145. See if we can get him to follow us over. Fortunately, there's nothing here that will dismount you. Ah! Is this the 145? I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, there's no microraptors, nothing like that that's going to dismount you, so you should be okay. And we got that guy joining in on the fracas over there. We don't want that. Nope. And you know, at this point, I wouldn't mind even pulling a crappy Argie, one that's not so good, as long as we get one. So we need to slow our flying down a little bit. Is this guy the right level? I thought he was a pretty good level there. Let's land and see if we can't take a peek at him before we dedicate any more time to this. Yeah, that's the 145. Alright, alright, good. Oh, this stupid ass Rex. Alright, we're gonna fly slow. Keep him on our butt. Yeah, we'll let him nip at us here and there. This is going to keep our stamina up. Pretty good strategy. I hope we can get this guy in the cage. I know they changed how this works a little bit. And made the AI a little bit better to make these guys avoid certain things, but I don't believe it's going to impact the gates. I think if we had some other stuff around there, maybe. Kind of hurt. Oh, damn it. Alright. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make the sacrifice play. Oh, crap. Well, that didn't work out so well either, but we got one more chance at this, I think. And there it is. We got him. Perfect. Alright, well now let's knock him out. I mean, he may not aggro on our guy anymore. I don't know. But I have a feeling we're going to lose that guy no matter what. And like I said, I was prepared for that. I brought a saddle for this guy. We just hit the right level to make the saddle, which is part of the reason we're up here. The other part is, you know, we really need an Argie. This is a game-changing tame. And we're just going to keep popping arrows into him. We're going to pray that nothing over there sees us and decides to come wandering over. Because that's going to end this party real quick, and we're going to be back to square one on Herbivore Island with pretty much nothing. Okay, let's get this guy knocked out. Oof. And I'll go for that 130 female if she's still around. I mean, that thing was gorgeous, actually. We're going to have to see, make sure we got enough arrows. Alright, he's on the run. So what this is going to allow us to do now is breed up some Argies, and we'll breed up a few for weight. We'll breed up one for combat. We'll breed up one for stamina, that way we can travel long distances. And we're going to be able to go gather resources we can't really gather right now in large amounts, like crystal, obsidian. I'm using a lot of arrows here. Organic polymer. Get a bunch of that, too. Oh, God bless America. We got him. It's also going to allow us to pick up creatures and drop them into traps that we normally can't capture, which is also fantastic. Alright. So, wow, dude. You survived this. You poor little bugger. You survived it. I can't believe it. That is great. The next one will probably be the Argie in there. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to risk the Argie. Although this guy... he's hurt, but he's doing okay. Let's feed him up a little bit. I could actually take the Argie when I get him and pick up a raptor or two, gather up some meat, throw it in this guy, and get him fully fed up. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm going to see what that first bite does. I don't believe we're going to need any narcotic or anything like that. This should be a good tame. There should be plenty of meat in him. Again, I doubt it'll be perfect, but you never know. You got a 140 saber. Looks like an alpha. It looked a lot bigger for some reason. Alright, well, don't look over here, guys. So, yeah. We're going to wait for that first bite to be taken, and then we'll figure out the next step of this little endeavor here. But so far, so good. So far, we have success. But it's not over yet. You know, we don't have this guy tamed up. We got some dangerous stuff over there that's kind of making me a little bit nervous. But we'll see what goes on there. And I think we've got a yellow drop over here. I don't believe we have what it takes to open it yet. Oh, that's on the mainland. Never mind. There are 5 drops on this island. And once you get yourself established on this island, and when I say established, I mean I like to build a small something of a base on that little southern island there where we built the trap. And it's basically just a spawn point, you know, bed, a storage, and you know, maybe something to make a little heat if the need be, like a fire, fireplace, whatever. That way I can actually go into a building and heat up or cool off, depending on time of day. That's just, of course, if the need be, because the weather can get a little extreme up here, and sometimes that's what kills you, and that's frustrating when that happens. It's like, oh, are you kidding me? Alright, so yeah, we'll be back. In fact, I'm going to start working on a little something while we're here. So, we'll be back. Alright, so our bird took its first bite and it went up by about 20% almost. 18.2%, so that's a really good start. And we may not lose a level on this guy. Now, what is he again? He's a 145. So if we gain 72 levels, yeah, we may not. We'll see what happens. This might be alright. Now we've got a blue drop coming down over here. So we're going to let that come down and then we'll check it out. But I am going to build just a small little something while we're here. Probably a 1x2. I don't know. We'll see. Put a bed in it just in case. If I have enough. We'll be back. Alright, so the Archie is almost awake. As you can see, he's 99.7, still at 72 levels. He's going to be fine. We're going to get to 72 levels on him. One more bite, and he's done. We've got a red drop coming down, too, but I don't think we can open one of those yet. Anyway, we built ourselves a pillbox. We didn't have enough for a bed, unfortunately. Not even a sleeping bag at this point. So we're just going to have to be careful. I should have brought one with me. It was kind of dumb on my part, but that's usually the way I work. I don't plan things like that so much. I kind of like to go by the seat of my pants. Makes the game a little more difficult sometimes. I get it. You know, sometimes my friends are like, you didn't bring that? No, I didn't bring that. Whatever. I did put a storage box in here just to throw the extra crap in there that we find. And that way if I do some running here for different drops, I'll be able to, you know, load up in there and put them in there. I also put this down in case we get cold. And if we get too hot, we can come inside and get out of the heat a little bit. So, that's that. I know stone's not really that great for that, but it'll help, you know. It'll help. So, yeah, we still got those Carnos over there. I'm not really pleased with them being out there, but that's okay. We're one bite away. We should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and prep up the trap for the next Argie. Yeah, he should be waking up shortly. How much more food do we need to go down? We need to go down about 100 altogether. So yeah, we got a little ways to go here. I kind of did I keep this out on me? Yeah. Makes me a little bit nervous, and you'll see I did bring a backup bow on me just in case this first one wore out. And it looks like that was probably a good idea. We might need to use it. We might not. I don't know. I tried to be as prepared as I could. But yeah, I'll bring it back once this guy's fully up and we can check out his stats and all that good stuff. Alright, we've got an Argie. Oh, this is fantastic. Hello, my friend. Let's go ahead and pull that extra meat off you. You don't need that anymore. He'll just eat that right up. Throw the saddle on him. And we're going to force him to land. Trap is set and ready to go for the next one. Alright, let's get on his back. So, 3285 on the health, over 1,000 stamina. Weight's at 696 and the melee's at 319.7. Hard to say if those are good numbers right now. I don't have the ability to look at them through, like the cryopods that I like to use, so we're going to have to wait and see once I start making some cryopods, and we'll be doing that shortly after we get some Argies bred up. But for now, we're going to go look and see if we can't find a second one and get him tamed up as well. You're staying here, and I got to put you on neutral, my friend, just because, yeah. I've had it happen before. You know, this island's pretty safe and all that, but I have had an Argie fly out to this island and kill my Argie while I was out goofing around on the mainland, and that sucks. That really sucks. Oh, man. One of the most frustrating things I've had happen, because let me tell you, it was a long walk home. I didn't live on Herbivore Island, but first and foremost, I had to cross the water, and then I had to run home. So, yeah, it sucked. I think I had a Thyla, though, so it wasn't as horrible as it could have been, but it was still pretty bad. Now, nighttime's coming. This could spell some trouble for us if it gets too cold, and it usually does get pretty cold at night. Alright, let's see what we got over here. There's a lot of them. 40. We're looking for a female. I'm not going for a second male right now. Of course, they're going to show us some nice high-level males. Because ARC, that's what ARC does. Alright, well the female was over on this island over here. Is that an alpha? That looks like an alpha. Oh yeah, a little level 5, okay. We got an Argie back there, but that was not the 130, I don't believe. I think he was like bluish. What do we got here? 55. Being boosted. Can't see that. Yeah, that's an 85. Here's a 135 female. Come on, love. You and I are going to be good friends. I can hear her behind me. Yep, there she is. We'll keep her nice and aggroed. A little bit closer. She's got some nice colors. Not as pretty as that other one I saw. I think the other one was bluish or whatever, but you know what? You're good enough, darling. I don't care what they said about you. You are good enough. And so we're trying to lead it out here a little ways. I didn't bring 2 saddles, but I don't need 2 saddles. I just need to be able to fly one of these. Are you kidding me? Come here. She's actually quite pretty. She won't bite me for some reason. Alright. Getting nice and close here. And we just flew right through. Nope. There you go. Come on in here. And once again, trapped, and for some reason they are not caring about the Pteranodon once they're trapped. It's almost like they go into like a panic mode, which is really cool. So, yeah, we're going to take this guy down and get him back up, and I'll catch you on the flip side of that whole thing, or this girl, I should say. And we got ourselves basically a very early game breeding pair of Argies. Now, remember, it's not going to be this easy on an official server for a couple reasons. One, I have taming made easier, and 2, I have a mod that helps balance out the dinos on this map, because the dinos tend to be very low level for the most part. That's a little frustrating. So if you got any questions about that mod, let me know down in the comments. I'll tell you what it is. I think it's great. It doesn't make everything high level. As you can see, we saw plenty of stuff, you know, low level and in between as we played through the game. So it's not like it works that way, but it just kind of balances everything. So you have an equal chance of getting the level 5 as you do a 150, as you do a 75. So we'll be back. Alright, so while we're waiting for this to happen, I decided to fly around a little bit, not to tame anything or anything like that, but I want to grab a couple of notes while we're here. And I'll show you guys where they are. The first one we're going to grab, we grabbed one on the little island we were on. I'll have to show you that when we get back for the Argie, but if I remember. Yikes. But yeah, there's one there on that little part of the island, and there's one here. And it's right here in these ruins. Bingo. We got it.
Any chemist worth his salt knows the irreplaceable value of testing. Until a tonic has been rigorously tested,
then there's one along the beach over this
water.
direction. Now, we did get a water jar in a drop, which is cool. That's always a helpful thing to have.
Tests on Mesopithecus serve well for early trials, but they are no replacement for genuine human subjects at later, safer stages. By subjects, I of course mean willing participants that are prepared to risk mild headaches and much less mild nausea for the sake of science. The Laughing Skulls offered rather less willing participants at one point, but I declined. With how difficult it is to find volunteers these days, I sometimes regret it.
Beelzebufo paludocus is
There
the
we go,
largest
there's
frog
two.
I've ever seen. Almost impossibly large. It can actually fit a full-grown human adult on its back, though just barely. This is a dangerous prospect, though, as secretions from Beelzebufo's skin and saliva have a narcotic effect on most creatures. Not surprisingly, Beelzebufo is adept at killing insects. Its lengthy tongue allows it to quickly grab prey from afar, killing most insects near instantly and quickly digesting them. It even combines the narcotic chemicals in its mouth with the insect's chitin to create a specialized sticky substance. Tamed Beelzebufo make for strange mounts for strange people. Many tribes don't believe there's any reason to ride them.
What magic created the Scarabeei gigas, I cannot say. What I can say is that this creature is a perfect symbiont for advanced human tribes. Coprophagic, it eats mostly useless waste, feces. It metabolizes this waste into a more refined waste product, along with an oily byproduct. The oily byproduct is chemically the same as the oil found in the oceans around the island. Somehow, Scarabeei converts feces into oil. If that wasn't reason enough to worship the Scarabeei, the refined waste product is almost identical to fertilizer from a compost bin. Scarabeei makes me think humans have been on the island for a long time. Why else would a creature evolve to be such a perfect pet? Most tribes jealously protect their Scarabeei, whom are handily tamed with the skilled use of some well-handled feces. These wondrous little organic biofactories are truly a sustainable, green, eco-friendly source of resources for living off the land. Oil becomes gas, which is generator fuel. Fertilizer means crops, which is human fuel. The Scarabeei can power all aspects of island life.
All right, well, you saw me grab a few different, what do you call it, notes while we were here, some dossiers and whatnot. I think there's one more, but I'm not 100% sure. Then I got real lucky and I got a magnifying glass out of that last drop. I left the rest of the crap in there just because I don't need it. I don't want it weighing me down. This guy has like no weight to him. As you can see, we're already getting up there on his weight level, you know. So I don't want to push things. I don't want to slow him down, make him run out of stamina real quick. That could end this party super prematurely. I should have thrown all that crap on the ground there to get another drop coming, but I didn't. And our Argie is working. You know, he's only got one bite in, or she. But we're doing fine. So we'll be back when it's all tamed up, and we're going to check the stats of this one, and then we'll head home. All right, well, here she is. What's she doing? I whistled her to land, and she's planking. All right, well, here's our new dino. We got a perfect tame on it, of course. What do we got? 34, 31 on the health. The weight's 600, 402 on melee, and stamina's 960. So, the melee's a lot better. Well, that's kind of nice. The weight, I don't think was better. No, this one's a little better. Stamina's better here. 3285 on this guy. 34. So she actually, with the lower level, she came out at 202. This one at 217. Has better health and better melee, which are two very important stats. So good job on these two. I'm happy with both of these. I'm not you know, toot my own horn here, but yeah, I am actually. So great, we're going to take these guys back home to Herbivore Island right now. I'm going to get them breeding up because yeah, we got some important stuff we're going to do with these guys. And while I have them breeding up, I'm going to use one of them to go up to probably the top of the volcano, and there we'll gather up some much needed crystal, a lot of it, as much as we can. And then we're going to fly over into the snowy area a little bit and try to kill enough penguins to make some cryopods. Because the next thing we want to do is going to require... Well, it's not going to require, but it's going to be a lot easier if I've got some dinos and cryopods to do it. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare. You know, I don't want to have to take that raft back and forth to the mainland with creatures on it and all that, or risk getting hit by alien sickness and all that horrible, horrible stuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to try to do, is get ourselves inland, because I got some plans for the next episode, what I want to do. So thanks for joining me today. If you found this interesting or entertaining at all, please leave a like on it down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to ring that bell for notifications. I'll be doing these videos pretty much daily. I mean, we might switch it up here and there, but for the most part daily. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.